Hello. This is one of the best books when it comes to race and racism. Some say it's a little depressing, but I found it excellent. It deals with scenarios in the law. Um, got this from the Irvington, New Jersey library. Great library. As a matter of fact, to me, the only thing worth anything in this town is the library. So let's get into it. This is a scenario with a resegregate society, if I remember right. Um, and don't think it's not a possibility. I mean, we're wide open now. So let's get into it. The Racial Preference Licensing Act. It was enacted as the Preference Licensing Act at an elaborate nationally televised signing ceremony. The president, elected as a racial moderate, assured the nation that the new statute represented a realistic advance in race relations. It is, he insisted, certainly not a return to the segregation policies granted constitutional protection under the stigma inflicted separate but equal standard of Plessy v. Ferguson, established roughly a century ago. Far from being a retreat into our unhappy racist past, he explained, the new law embodies a daring attempt to create a brighter racial future for all our citizens. Racial realism is the key to understanding this new law. It does not assume a non-existent racial tolerance, but boldly proclaims its commitment to racial justice through the working of a marketplace that recognizes and seeks to balance the rights of our black citizens to fair treatment and the no less important right of some whites to an unfettered choice of customers, employees, and contractees. Under the new act, all employers, proprietors of public facilities, and owners and managers of dwelling places, homes, and apartments could, on application to the federal government, obtain a license authorizing the holders, their managers, agents, and employees to exclude or separate persons on the basis of race and color. The license itself was expensive, though not prohibitively so. Once obtained, it required payment to a government commission of a tax of 3% of the income derived from whites employed. Whites served our products sold to whites during each quarter in which a policy of racial preference was in effect. Congress based its authority for the act on the Commerce Clause, the taxing power, and the General Welfare Clause of the Constitution. License holders were required both to display their licenses prominently in the public space or place and to operate their businesses in accordance with the racially selective policies set out on their license. Specifically, discrimination had to be practiced in accordance with the license on a non-selective basis. Licenses were not available to those who, for example, might hire or rent to one token black and then discriminate against other applicants, using the license as a shield against discrimination suits. Persons of color wishing to charge discrimination against a facility not holding a license could carry the burden of proof, but such burden might be met with statistical and circumstantial as well as with direct evidence provided by white testers. Under the Act, successful complainants would be entitled to damages set at $10,000 per instance of unlicensed discrimination, including attorney's fees. License fees and commissions paid by license holders would be placed in an equality fund used to underwrite black businesses, to offer no-interest mortgage loans for black home buyers, and to provide scholarships for black students seeking college and vocational education. To counter charges that black people, as under Plessy, would be both segregated and never gain any significant benefit from the Equality Fund, the Act provided that 5 major civil rights organizations, each named in the statute, would submit the name of a representative who would serve on the commission for 1 Non-renewable 3-year term. Um, it's a solution. It sounds outrageous, but is it? Um, there has to be a pool of money that goes to black, specifically black Americans, what they call ADOS, from somewhere. And this could be it. So basically, um, all the tech companies could just get this license, send the money to um, black banks or black organizations to fund black social institutions. And I think this would be very easy to do. I think some of these companies would rather pay that and get it over with than to do diversity training and trying to hire a certain percentage. Just let them pay the fee. So this is a solution, and don't think of it emotionally through your heart. Think of it through your mind. Until next time, thank you for your support. Um, take care of your mind, take care of your body, and be safe.